Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn with Dr. Khizer. This is the part 5 video of income from capital gains. So in the previous 4 videos we saw the theoretical aspects and how to calculate or compute taxable capital gains. So in this video we are going to learn about the exemptions. Referring to the format, so here we saw in the format we require exemptions which are to be subtracted from gross capital gain to arrive the final answer of taxable capital gain, both in short term as well as in long term. So one by one today let us see the list of exemptions. So there are various different types of exemptions I have listed here. Section 54 is one of the exemption which is purely for the long term capital assets. Section 54B is the exemption which is applied for both long term as well as short term capital assets. Section 54D is also for both long term capital asset as well as short term capital assets. Section 54EC is only for long term capital asset. It is not applicable for short term capital assets. Section 54EE is also for long term capital assets. Section 54F is for long term capital assets. Section 54G is for long term capital as well as short term capital assets. Section 54GA is also applicable for both long term as well as short term capital assets. Then lastly, section 54GB is only applicable for long term capital assets. Okay, now one by one we need to understand their application, when it is eligible to that is deduct the or give the exemptions or claim the exemptions for the assessee. Okay, so these are the things. If you notice here, only 4 such exemptions or sections are there which is applicable for both long term and short term. If you remember these 4, the others will be only for long term. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Okay, there are various sections: 54, 54B, 54D, 54EC, 54EE, 54F, 54G, 54GA and 54GB. Among this all, only 4 sections which are related to both long term as well as short term. Okay, and others all are long term in nature, means that all these are applicable for long term capital assets. And for short term, only section 54B is applicable, section 54D is applicable, section 54G is applicable, section 54GA is applicable. Okay, hope it will be very much easy for you people to remember this. Okay, now coming to first section 54. So to understand this, we need to see when it is actually applicable, when we can claim this section 54. Okay, so there are conditions for exemptions. First condition is who can claim this. An individual assessee can claim this or an HUF can claim this. To simplify more, okay, in the syllabus of Bangalore University, it is only applicable for individuals, as we are calculating income tax as per the syllabus only for individuals. So this is applicable. As per the exam perspective, you can remember, okay, as an individual, but to gain the knowledge, okay, it is applicable for individual as well as Hindu undivided family. So if these are the type of assessees, then they can claim the section 54. Then second part is residential house to be sold. The income, gross income, okay, as per the format, if we see, okay, the gross capital income should be arrived from the sale of residential house property. If you are selling any other type of asset, section 54 cannot be applicable whether you are individual or whether you are HUF. Okay, first condition is satisfied. If the second condition is not satisfied, that you are not selling the residential house but selling some other property or some other that is type of capital asset, then this section will not be applicable. You cannot claim section 54. So the main condition, second main condition is there should be some residential house. Fine, this is. Then third is, as we all saw here, that section 54 is applicable only for long-term capital assets. So this is about the third section, that is a condition for this. So the asset should be long-term in nature. And the fourth important thing what you have to remember is new residential house should be purchased or should be constructed, or there should be a deposit in capital gain account scheme. These three things we will discuss now. Okay, so you have to sell the residential house. That residential house should be long-term capital asset, and to claim this you need to be an individual or Hindu undivided family. And what you have to do with this amount, you have to purchase the new residential house. When you have to purchase? Within 1 year prior, or purchase after 2 years after the date of transfer. Suppose today you are transferring the asset. Okay, from today, next 2 years, within that date you have to purchase the new residential house, and residential house itself should be purchased. Commercial property, if you are purchasing, this will not be applicable. So you need to purchase the residential house. Fine. Or before the date of transfer, you would have purchased some new house. Okay, suppose for example today you have purchased the you have sold the property. Okay, before to this date, okay, 1 year before, okay, you would have purchased the new house. Okay, prior to 1 year of sale or after 2 years, within 2 years of sale, you can purchase the asset. This is for purchasing of new residential asset. Now in case of second activity, if you have not purchased, you would have constructed the house. Okay, within 3 years after the date of transfer. So today if you are selling, within 3 years to the next that is coming years, you have to sell the you have to construct the new house. Okay, so either purchase within 1 year before or 2 years after the sale, or you construct the house within 3 years of the within 3 years of the sale of the asset. Okay, and along with this, if you are not doing any of these activities, then at least if you would have deposited the amount in the bank under the capital gain account scheme. Okay, if any of these activities you have done, okay, then you can claim 54. So compulsorily, once again, there should be an individual, there should be a sale of residential house, it should be a long-term property, and new house should be purchased within 1 year prior to the sale of asset, or purchased 2 years after the date of sale of asset, or you need to construct the house after the date of transfer, that is within 3 years of the date of transfer of asset, or you need to deposit in the bank under capital gain account scheme. If you have done all these 4 points, 1 point if it is missing also, this cannot be applied. All the 4 conditions need to be satisfied to claim section 54. Okay, how we can claim, how much amount you can deduct or how much amount you can claim is, then there is a formula given here. Gross capital gain. Once you get the gross capital gain, that should be compared with the cost of new residential house. Okay, whatever you are purchasing the new residential house, that cost, along with that if you have any deposited amount in capital gain account scheme. So fourth point need to be added. Okay, and compare that with gross capital gain. So where we will get gross capital gain? If you see in the format, so here it is gross capital gain. Okay, with this you are going to compare the fourth point fully. Okay, fourth point fully means either you have to purchase the new residential house, okay, along with that any deposit amount if you have done, or if you have constructed. So all these things whatever you have done, you need to add the fourth point. Okay, this amount should be compared with gross capital gain amount. Whichever is lower, Okay, that will be considered for exemption. So suppose for example you got gross capital gain 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and here cost of new house and amount deposited you got 5 lakh rupees. So 1 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees, whichever is low. Which is low? 1 lakh rupees is low, so you will minus here 1 lakh rupees. So here in the exemptions you will write, here it is long term, right? Yeah. So in the exemptions you will write under exemptions under section 54 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and minus with the gross capital gain to arrive at a net capital gain. Hope this is clear to you. Okay, in the next section we will see the second that is exemption section 54B. Thank you very much for this class.